Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you might remember a couple of months ago I told you I had bought another Senna. In particular from Amalgam, I had bought the most perfect of replica model cars of my McLaren Senna. We saw it in all of the pieces. Well, today we're going to be heading back over to Amalgam in the G63 to go and see and collect the finished product. Now this is going to be the centerpiece of the future Shmeemobile, my man cave. I've always wanted one. I haven't even seen pictures of the completed product at the moment. Today we're going to be taking the G because I didn't think the model would fit in the Senna, but later on we will bring it back to have both the real 1:1 scale car and the 1:8 Amalgam model side by side. So let's hop on board then and get the drive started. A couple of hours to Bristol, but I can't wait. I'm very excited about this. You guys know how much I love my model cars, and this is about as good as it gets. Let's do it then. Let's collect the Amalgam Senna. The G63 is continuing to serve daily driving duties. I actually own this car now for about 9 months, still loving it every bit as much as I did at the beginning, and I don't think it's going to be going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, I did take the G-Wagon when I went out to Amalgam the first time to see all of the components which have now been assembled into the final model that we're going to be collecting, because one of the fun things are that these are the exact same colours. Remember, we did this with the topaz skin to match the MSO Cerulean Blue of the McLaren Senna itself, the full-size car, and also with the satin navy blue for the arches and the bumpers. One fun thing I want to show you actually is the kind of light show you get when you turn on the car from the LED headlights. This thing of course makes an absolute racket thanks to the side exit Akrapovic exhaust. Let's unlock it and step on board to take a listen to this and to show you exactly what those lights do. Always quite fun to climb on board the G-Wagon. So one press for power, one press for ignition. In fact, let's pop it into individual mode and have, well, the louder start up, so I've got to hold the upshift paddle while I actually start the car, which is kind of awkward to do holding a camera, but let me have a go, see if I can do that with my little finger just there. Right, press the button, take a listen. Oh yes, and then look at what that did. It's quite cool to see those lights flickering around. Anywho, we've got a good old journey ahead, all the way over to Bristol, so let's get on the roads then, make this happen, and go see what this model looks like. The thing with the G-Wagon is that it is so much better as a daily car than you might ever think. The previous generation kind of lacked a little bit, but this generation of G-Wagon, you sit here, it's comfortable, the seats are very comfortable, you've got great infotainment, big screens, good sound system, everything that you want in a car that you're going to drive in for, well, we've got about 2 hours or so to go heading west on the M4. We're actually just going past here on the left, you can't quite see, but the Mercedes dealer is right down there, just underneath the flyover, which is where this car has been to collect the AMG GTR Pro, and where it will get serviced when it gets to a year old. I guess by then it should have done about 8,000–9,000 miles, which isn't that bad considering how many cars are currently being used for different things. But going along, I mean, yeah, you can pop it onto cruise control, adaptive cruise control, take it all very easily. You know, it's just a nice car to drive, and it is a very practical car which can fit a big Amalgam model in the back. That's one of the reasons why today I couldn't really take one of the less practical cars, because that wasn't going to work out. And also just over on the right here, we have the dealer where I collected, the old dealer, this is about to be knocked down and made into a brand new one, where I collected my AMG GTR with Nico Rosberg a couple of years ago. A day that I am not going to forget. Anyway, like I said, it is basically on this road for over 100 miles ahead of us to get out towards Bristol, where Amalgam are based, to go and see this model. The good news is that the roads are not that busy. It's a super smooth drive today over towards the Amalgam Collection. However, I want to tell you a little bit more about this model. Many of you will know that I'm a big fan of model cars. I've got replica models in different scales of pretty much all of the cars I've owned, but I've always dreamt about an Amalgam Collection model. They are the best of the best. When I was out there last time, we saw the parts for my 1:8 scale Senna laid out over the tables. In total, it's 1,000 pieces, takes 300 hours to build, of which 100 are for the assembly, and that's what's been happening since the last time I was out there. Today though, it is all completed, and it is going to become the centerpiece, I think, a big item to put on display, to show properly in the future garage, in the Shmeemobile as we're nicknaming it at the moment. I think it's going to be something that will look incredible next to the car, which is what we're going to see later on today. And I don't know at this stage what other models they might have for us to browse through today. We'll find out when we get there, but I can't wait to see this thing finished. And I know I've talked quite a lot about this now, but obviously last time around I didn't really know what you guys would think of it, and I was very pleased to see that so many of you were as passionate about be able to see, and you'll see all of the details because the attention to detail is just onto a different level. Anyway, I'm rambling on. We're going to get there in not all that long. We'll be able to take a proper look. I'm here then in the workshop where I came to visit last time around, and also surrounded by some incredible models that we will take a look at as well in a moment. But on the table in front of me, we have the replica Shmeemobile McLaren Senna in MSO Cerulean Blue. Check this out. How cool is that? A perfect miniaturized version of the car that I'm lucky enough to own in my garage. MSO Cerulean Blue for the paintwork, the satin exposed navy carbon fibre for the accents. It's even wearing my number plate, SH12 MEE, with the quote, you can just about see at the bottom, to match the car as well. I have no idols, I admire work, dedication and competence, said by Ayrton Senna himself. And also the number 12, that was Ayrton's racing number the first year he won the Formula 1 World Championship, which is why I have it on the car. But all of the MSO details, as well on the interior, I'll open that in just a second. But for example, having the silver brake calipers, that was a special option. Having the cerulean blue centre locks around the front, where you have those aero flaps just inside there. They're in the exposed carbon as well, as are the roof scoop and also the end plates on the wing. And then to open this up, being very, very delicate, this is very, very special. I don't want to risk anything to it. So to open up the doors, just like the real car, the dihedral doors that open upwards and forwards, the big wings, have a look at the detail inside here. The McLaren logos on the side sills. You can even see the kind of chopped up style carbon for the central tub, for the cage that the car has. We've got the details like the cerulean blue door gas struts, even the 12 o'clock marking stripe on the steering wheel, and the blue stitch you can just make out maybe around the seat pads as well on those Senna shell seats. The detail of this is astronomical. Just look in here, even the dashboard has some little things on it as well. If I just zoom in slightly, look at that, the racing style dash when it's folded down. This is incredible. I mean, I saw it when all of the parts were yet to be assembled, but being here, look, you've even got the little plaque here at the very front, the pedals, everything. It is a perfect match to my car. I'm actually gobsmacked looking at it. I knew it was going to be cool in person, but actually being here and walking around this, it's amazing. It's genuinely amazing. If you love these things, you cannot get better than this perfect 1:8 scale match model from Amalgam. Just to open up the passenger door as well. Look at this. Senna logo on the dashboard. Wow. Truly, truly breathtaking. I'm not sure whether I'll keep it with the doors open on display or with the doors closed. That's a decision to decide. Just make sure they're safely closed here. Come around to this side as well. Close that. Are we closed down properly? Yep. We've got the windows for the roof. This is unreal. This is absolutely unreal. The detail. Wow. McLaren Senna Amalgam Collection. The individual bespoke model. That's going to look so cool later on. We'll obviously get it back home safely when it's been packaged up to be back with the full-size model sitting side by side. But also while I'm here, I mean, have a look around at some of the cool stuff. We've got the Ferrari Formula 1 car, McLaren F1 LMs, and look at these three. These are really, really cool. We've got the Lotus Type 38 race car. Look at that. And we've got the Porsche 917 Golf opened up at the moment to see the engine bay at the rear. Even the struts and everything mimicked off the real cars. I love that. Spare wheel mounted right back there. That's super cool. This is actually, I think, about to be weathered to look like the race car at the end of the race, and that's something that they do here in the workshop at Amalgam's base. And then we've got the Bentley blower. This is from the Ralph Lauren collection. They make the cars, the models to match with the Ralph Lauren cars. Again, just everything. Look at all the straps that go over it and all the buckles and clasps and everything. This is stunning. I love these. I absolutely love them. They are the best in the business. And then look at this. I mean, this is glorious. So we need to get it packaged up to safely transport it home. Maybe I'll give it a little dusting gently before we do, and then we'll get it home to have the model with the full-size car. Generally speaking, the journey back has gone pretty smoothly, but we are now in a bit of a traffic jam going through some roadworks, which seems to be pretty much the norm over here in the UK when you go for any kind of drive. Anywho, we are heading straight back to the storage, where of course we will be able to get these two Sennas, if I can say that, side by side, or maybe one in front of the other. It will be pretty cool to see. I'm actually really excited about this. A small glimpse into the museum of the future, having both of these together. So it's about, well, just under an hour to go, and then we will see what they're going to be like side by side. Now in the storage, I've just taken off the covers on the full-size Senna, which is a bit strange after we've been looking at its baby sibling, but we're going to get the two together now. And to do that, I actually also like to show you the packaging for the Amalgam models, which in its own right is also pretty special. I just had to do a bit of a pre-unboxing to take out all of the packaging materials, but come in and have a look at this. So in the boot of the G-Wagon here, or the trunk if you're American, we have the fairly large nondescript box to open up. We've got these two clasps, one on each side. Take those out, almost motorsport style I guess. Then we've got these little buckles which open up. Open those, one on each side. Then this folds up, where inside we have the currently protected glass box that goes over the top. I'm going to have to do all of this incredibly delicately because I cannot risk anything going wrong. So wish me luck, fingers crossed that I can open this up cleanly and perfectly. So we'll take that off. There we go. I'll pop this down just to the side for the moment. We're inside. Of course we have the car on its plinth, which is fairly heavy, but I'm going to lift it out so that we can get these two together now for the first time. Let's bring it round, and we have the Amalgam Senna with the 1-to-1. How cool is that? Exactly the same. The only thing this is missing is it doesn't have a trickle charger plugged in. Small details, hey? No, this is fantastic. I'm actually going to put it down just to be extra delicate and careful with this. It's got some feet on the bottom. That is really, really, really awesome. I think it would be wrong not to pull the Senna out so that we can get some good photos of the two together. So I'm going to hop on board, fire this up into life. I've just unplugged the trickle charger, which comes out from the nose bridge. Pop that down out of the way for the second. Oh, that was the car actually auto-locking. I've got the key just in my pocket, so we can press that once. Double press it, and that pops the driver's door, which is always cool. I will climb on board. We'll take a listen to the startup, and yeah, bring this into life. How cool is this then? The scale 1:8 replica Shmeemobile alongside its big brother, the full-size car. And to make the match actually even more, I've also put the Senna down into race mode, so lowering the suspension at the front and at the rear, and you get that look with the wheels and the tyres filling the arches even more to match with the right height of this. I know it's incredibly nerdy, but I am over the moon with my purchase of this. It is going to look incredible in the Mancave, the Shmuseum, the garage in the future as a permanent memento, really, of the ownership experience of this car. By far the most powerful car and highest performing car I've owned, also the most expensive car I've owned, and something that I will keep a hold of forever. Of course, I intend to keep a hold of the car long term as well, but this will never be going anywhere and will sit proud in the garage in the future. It is just so perfectly detailed, a stunning accessory to have with the car. Yes, they are quite expensive, but there's nothing else like that. If you like these things, these are perfect. For now though, epic to have finally collected it, to have them together. Until there is a new garage, I'm going to be taking that home to keep it at home as well. Maybe I'll keep the keys with it or something like that, just to look awesome back at my place. But yeah, really, really very special. So a big thanks to Amalgam for the opportunity to come along and also see parts of the assembly I went to visit a few months ago, and now to go back to collect that in all of its glory. So thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, I appreciate your support an awful lot. That is it for this time though. I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.